The Stonebearer by Bucky Montgomery. Introduction. I wrote The Stonebearer with a blue Bic pen and a spiral-bound notebook when I was a senior in high school. It has changed and evolved in a zillion ways since then, rewritten by hand again, typed by typewriter several times, retyped into a computer in the prehistoric DOS format, and then retyped and edited several times on modern word processors to its current PDF form presented here. Knowing that I can always edit an ebook, I now realize that it will be never truly done. I want to apologize up front for the plagiarism. I was 18 when this thing began, without knowledge of such things, and was a lover of Tolkien back when it was rare to find someone else who had ever heard of a Hobbit. And Star Wars was the craze. That was in 75, so yeah, that's about right. So naturally, I was inspired and consequently stole from them. Although legally, I will stick to was inspired by. Even the name Stonebearer was most probably derived from Ringbearer. Then there's a wizard, 9 travelers, and what were wolves that chase a wizard up trees, and he uses fire to escape. But from there, I hope the similarities, for the most part, end. As far as Star Wars similarities go, there are blasters and the characters ride around in various types of skycraft. So there it is. This novel was first published in 1995 by Royal Fireworks Press without much or any editing, and it needed some. I continued editing and rewriting the story for myself throughout the years, and though it was being sold all around the world in its original form, because, well, it just really wasn't that good, I had been writing other fantasy novels, and I wanted to see if it were possible to tie them all together someday. The new books were much darker and more violent, with more adult themes than the lighter, more whimsical Stonebearer, which had been labeled a young adult fantasy adventure novel for girls, no less, by the publisher. I decided to change that, and so the arduous editing process began again and has run on for 19 years as of this writing. And I think this was about 2014. So this is already 7 years ago. Since the time of its creation, I've had and raised 5 children. The Stonebearer, the first in a 7-book series, if I live so long, features one of my 5 children as the lead character, as do the next 4 subsequent books. In the final 2, they will all come together. That's all I'm going to say about that. Admittedly, I'm a bit descriptive, so just follow along and don't get too hung up on the weird names of people and things. I'm just painting with words. There's a whole lot of action in here, I promise. I wanted to create some wonderful characters and a fictitious world, and so I have, with maps and bizarre races of peoples and cities and strange creatures. It may not equal Middle-earth or the planets of Star Wars, but they're mine, and I'm welcoming you to come visit me here. I hope you find some enjoyment here. See you inside. That was on November 28th, 2014. Excuse me. So anyway, The Stonebearer by me. Book 1 of the Kingdom Continent Chronicles for Legend, Amber, Destiny, Jasmine, and Chance to Jasmine Day Montgomery. Alright. I think that's good enough right there. I got one other little beforehand, or you can just dive right into chapter 1. Gabriel de Diane, Prince of Persia, trained warrior, explorer, mapmaker, and philanderer of some reputation, discovers a crashed skycraft one fateful morning and rescues the sole survivor. an aristocratic and mysterious young man from certain death. From that moment on, his otherwise preordained life changes forever. As wounds heal, the nameless boy is arrogant and uncooperative. Day by day, as Gabriel faces exponential dangers for this thankless boy's sake, the intrigue and mystery surrounding him grows. Not only are two of the continent's most notorious assassins after him, but the entire Garnian army and other dark and insidious creatures as well. It takes every skill Gabriel has to remain but one step ahead of them on their flight back to civilization and safety. Enlisting the aid of several loyal and unique characters, the boy soon reveals his true identity, a family name shrouded in legend and myth. And an inevitable quest begins to take shape, a quest impossible, pitting this small crew against countless enemies, advancing upon them from all sides. Soon, they are racing across the wildest of lands to seek out the legendary stone of the boy's legendary forefathers, the only hope for a land of kingdoms, virtually powerless against a dark militant tide rising against it. For with this stone, supposedly comes the absolute power of destruction by thought to he who wields it. Yet Prince Gabriel suspects this boy holds more secrets than he is willing to share, and every day seems to bring about a new discovery about this troubled lad. Gabriel alone suspects that this boy is not who or even what he says he is, the Stonebearer. So that's a little bit beforehand. There's maps and stuff I put in here, created, put in the book. Just start with chapter 1, see if you like it.